Welcome back to Final Fantasy XII. Last time we had a very disastrous attempt at trying to fight a chicken, but other than that, we have found out that... Oh, Fran's here, okay. But we found out that Penelo has been kidnapped, and because she was mistakenly thought to be an associate of Balthier, so Bagarman has kidnapped her to try and lure him out for the bounty. So we're headed to Bhujerba to find them. This whole sequence is going to lead me to something actually kind of interesting. Okay, we have to find the right counter. And I have a feeling that almost all of these are going to be currently undergoing maintenance, because usually they block you from traveling to destinations until the plot demands it. Okay, so basically that's, like one of them is just straight up fast travel, and the other one is, like, letting you walk around the airship. It's kind of like in, Pokemon, how, you can go on the SS, which one is it? The one in Gold and Silver, SS Title, and you can battle the trainers on it and do stuff, or you can just go straight to your bed and sleep the whole way through. Nalbin is actually not that far, but I guess not everyone can fight off wolves. And that's just some general explanation about what's going on. Oh, hey, you're here. Tell me more about Bhujerba. So, Marquis Ondor, if you were paying attention to the narration, is actually the one who narrates this game. And he's also a known Imperial sympathizer, so... yeah. It's just kind of interesting. You can't completely trust what he has to say. And yep, if there's anything you want to do back in Rabanastre, do it now. We're actually not going for all that long, honestly. If I'm remembering right, the Bhujerba sequence of the game isn't that long.
Whoa. This is the Strau. Cheap airship enough for you?
Oh. The Straw. You really are a sky pirate.
Well, the headhunters seem to think so. What's a good word? Is she ready?
So is she armed? How fast is she? Could she take the Ifrit?
I suppose I could tell you, but... wouldn't you rather see for yourself?
Yeah.
Fran, our course.
The shortest way, Silverdor Stonus.
How flies Bhujerba?
Oh, she's free as can be, for now. The Empire took notice when they announced the princess's unfortunate suicide and your untimely execution.
If it becomes known that I'm alive, the Marquis will lose their favor.
I try to steer clear of such things. Right, it's time to fly. And no wagging tongues or you'll like to bite them off.
I'm coming, Penelo.
I don't really need to say it, but that is a pretty cool sequence. Though I do question why they'd allow a known criminal to just park their airship in there. Oh, I think this is the really interesting scene.
You've seen to her feeding, yes?
I have, my brother. She eats well.
See that she does. We need her alive. Balthier's bait must be fresh.
I keep trying to tell you. I barely even know who Balthier is.
My brother, a message come from Ravenaster. The Strahl she set sail. She makes straight for the Skycity of Bhujerba.
Barely know, was it? Yet Ala Tracy goes bounding off for you. Tell me, how could that be?
That's what I'd like to know. I just met him that one time and that's
Does that
it.
tongue never stop? What if we plucked it from your head? As for you, we need Balthier alive. His corpse fetches but half the bounty.
A tender beating, my specialty.
There's no fun for it if we can't tease out a scream or two.
Where are you?
I'm not sure if it was that one or not, but apparently one of the scenes involving Penello's capture was censored in the Japanese version. The censorship was removed in the English release, and it was also removed in Zodiac Age, I think. From what I've heard, it was because of a similar incident that happened in Japan in real life around the time of the game's release, and they thought that it was too soon. I don't know if it's that scene or if it's a different scene, but you may recognize this place from the opening movie. It's actually nowhere near as big as this cutscene makes it look. If I'm remembering right, Bhujerba's a pretty small town, and we only have like one dungeon connected to it. This shot makes it look like it's an entirely new continent to explore, but sadly it really isn't.
Easy.
No good, he's not here. Keep searching. This way.
You're a dead man. Don't forget it. And no names.
Of course.
Thank goodness those helmets are really hard to see out of, or they might have noticed us. Speaking of which. Okay, so yeah, airships are all grounded. We got here at just the right time. So these guides, you might want to remember them. And I believe if we check the world map right now, I think we have access to it from here. We can see that, yeah, Bhujerba's all the way over here. We have the Lusu mines connected to it. Yeah, that time we actually flew, also, we have, this, which... A strong mist prevents teleportation. In other words, we're currently in a plot tunnel. Thankfully, like I said, it's not really a super long one, if I'm remembering correctly. But I really don't see how the gate crystals don't put the airships out of business. I guess some people just like flying. But still, like, teleport stones let you warp to any place that, like, you've already been to the gate crystal of.
The Lusu mines are just up ahead. Though, I do hear there's not much left there these days.
You're on your way to the mines? Then please allow me to accompany you. I have an errand to attend to there.
What manner of errand?
What errand? I might ask the same of you.
Right. Come on then.
What?
Excellent.
Do me a favor and stay where I can keep my eye on you. Should be less trouble that way.
For us both.
So what's your name?
Oh, I'm Lamont.
Don't worry. I don't know what's in that mine, Lamont, but you're in good hands. Right, Bosch?
They said no names! And so, I remember this guy joining here, but Best Guest has now joined us. So, Lamont is kind of a meme within this game's community, because I don't know if I can actually check his equipment or anything, but In the original version, Lamont was kind of ridiculous in terms of having, like, unlimited high potions, and it was actually recommended that you do a lot of hunts while Lamont was with you, because he just made things that much easier. Sadly, due to the changes to Guess in this version, Lamont no longer has unlimited high potions, and that makes me sad. Okay, so Bhujerba is still neutral, even though its Marquis is a sympathizer. Huh, looks like the Imperials here aren't oppressing everyone. That's interesting. So yeah, they mine magicite here. Bit of world building on where this place is in the world. Yes, that's totally it. We're here to see the architecture. We haven't actually heard anyone from Bhujerba, like, speak in terms of voice acting. Ondor's residence. Okay, so I get the feeling that we're not really going to be going there anytime soon, but, so, the people of Bhujerba are actually represented by Sri Lankan accents. Which was a conscious choice by the localization team. Ah, a cartographer's guild. Let me guess. You have... Okay, that's expensive. But I guess we'll take that. We're going to be needing that sooner or later. And I may as well take the Bhujerba map as well. Just for convenience sake. So that means if I check here... Yeah, this city is not really all that big, and it only has, like, one way in and out. But there are shops here, and I kind of want to check those. Also, I remember there is a particularly annoying quest in this place. Not exactly a quest, it's like I don't know exactly when you can start it. But okay, so we have access to a few better... Don't have a ton of money, though. Get some slightly better stuff for... Of course, the moment we leave Rabanasa, there's a better shield of... Well, actually, Barsh can't even use that. Vaan can use that, though. That would cost me pretty much all my money, though, but maybe it's worth it. The main thing, as I've said, of Shikari is that it's an evasion tank. So I should probably take that. I mean, nobody's gonna be able to use that for ages, so I may as well sell it. And again, by the time that we... Oh, that's Earth Element too. Though by the time we have access to the Monk class, I get the feeling that we'll have access to much better poles than that. Right now, I kind of want to save my money to see if there's any really useful magic they sell in the magic shop. That's probably going to be my first port of call here. But depending on how things go, this may end up being like a town episode, quote-unquote. The mines I remember being fairly long. Yes, we did hear about that fleet. Now let's see what these guys have got. I would kind of appreciate something like Cura right now. Is this one of the games that splits the magics by AoE? Shell and Protect. Question is, can Fran use those right now? Yes, she can. That'll definitely increase her options. Though it is a little annoying that I pretty much just have all my magic on one person right now. Yeah, that's another guide. Freshly opened too. Well, they had some pretty decent buff spells. Now, I don't know if this is one of the games where Shell... Because in some Final Fantasy games, Shell reduces the effectiveness of all magic, including beneficial magic that's targeting you. I don't know if FF10 did that. Like, in some games, Shell actually lowers the effectiveness of healing that targets you. So that can be a bit unfortunate. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of people in here. Okay, I don't know if that's a specific type of monster or just a general term for monsters around here. Yeah, haste is the opposite of slow, so it will reverse the effects. Huh, mines are closed. Well, that makes them a perfect place to hide a kidnapping victim. Oh yes, Libra. Yeah, it's not like we wouldn't have already discovered that by now. As long as your every need is weapons. I believe I didn't actually speak to you yet. What do you have? We can also cut the queue because we're protagonists. Alright, just a bunch of these things. Although, I could get Barsh a spear. The downside of that is that he would not be able to use a shield at the same time because it's two-handed. We also have the iron sword that's slightly better than what he had before. Better mace. Avis killer. Yeah, there's a type of enemy called Avis. They don't sell better guns here, though. I think they actually did sell a better gun back at Nalbina. Yeah, we already could kind of figure that. Obviously, like, blobby-bodied enemies, it makes sense that bullets wouldn't really do much to them. I believe I already spoke to you. Okay, then. Well, either, I hope that doesn't mean that your husband's abusive. I'm hoping it more means that your husband is really weak. Okay, we've gone to all of those places. I guess we can check out what the item shop is like around here. Just basically walking around and getting to know the town that we can't actually go through. Oh yeah, because those exits are marked in like red, which means we probably can't go through them. Maybe we'll be able to access some of those places through the other side. Miner's End. Okay then. Oh, I thought it was saying the soldiers were so manly, but no, so many. Makes sense. Inspection party. Now I'm just thinking of a certain character from Trails of Cold Steel who has a meme about failing your inspection. Sour-looking Bunga and a Hume girl. Yeah, that's definitely who we're looking for. Now, what techniques do you have available? Apparently, some techniques can only be, like, the licenses for them can only be obtained through, not licenses, but, like, some techniques you can only get through, like, a random chance from chests. Well, your outfit looks pretty interesting. Laboratory and Arcades. Remember that, because that might be important for later. Charge. Okay. Well, I might need that, like, Fran has access to that pretty soon. I'm pretty sure they still say Kupo in Japanese. Pretty sure. Yeah, Japanese seems to really love verbal tics like that. The conspicuous absence of the Noppon Ne is a little bit noticeable in the first Xenoblade Chronicles, and some people might say that it makes things better. But some of them in the remake do say it. In fact, some of the random NPC Noppons say it, it's just that nobody says it in voice acting. I don't know why Japan really likes verbal tics so much. Miner's Ender. Yes, because being in love gives you immunity to being accosted by random soldiers. Okay then. Yes, no, it's not. We're not insulted at all. Yes, of course, we would get here right at the time the Imperials are agitated. Someone just having trouble with a co-worker or friend or something. And now I'm guessing that there's not going to be much here that we didn't already see at Nalbina, but I guess we can check it out anyway. Hello there. And, yeah, I think this is pretty much... Yeah. Of course, you can teach people to undoom themselves, I guess. Pretty much the same gambits we had before. So something that I've also been told is that in the original game, some gambits you actually had to find in chests. In this version, ally lowest... These could be useful for protecting shell, actually. But, some gambits you had to find in chests, and... In this version, there are no, there are no gambits that are exclusive to chests in this version. So, that's good. Actually, I should probably talk to some of the people in here. They might give some good tips about how gambits work. It's kind of funny that, like, the people in universe are too dumb to do things like use potions on themselves without, like... I'm guessing there's, like, it looks like these are cards, actually. They get these cards that says, if there is copious amount of blood coming out of yourself, then use a potion on yourself. And no one is smart enough to do that without these. You know... gameplay and story segregation. Still, I do really think more RPGs need something like the Gambit system. Yeah, looks like we cannot access that central part of town at all. But it looks like there is at least an item shop over this direction. Because having full control over your party members' AI is just a really cool idea. Yeah, I'm sure most of these are actual words that someone could probably look up. Yes, the mines are closed, but we're totally not going to go in there anyway. What do you have? Oh, just generic ammunition and... Okay, so this is interesting. I believe in the PS2 version, this item was called Alarm Clock, which I thought was kind of funny, but I think Prince's Kiss is a Final Fantasy item that removed... I think that... Wait, no, didn't it cure frog status in earlier games? I feel like this was a thing in earlier FF games. But given they're actually... And also, I love this. The way to cure the oil status? Handkerchief. It's just so mundane that I love it. But the fact they're even selling these right now probably implies that we're going to be dealing with these statuses soon. So... We haven't really done a whole ton here. Oh, and I'm sorry, I've already bought all the maps. I guess we could see them. I have a feeling there's going to be a cutscene once we actually get in there. And we also have Lamont with us, got to remember that. Okay, so yeah, those guys are the bodyguards, which makes sense. But now, we're going to have a cutscene. I thought we would.
The Lusu Mines, one of the richest veins in Ivalice.
Under Imperial Guard, no doubt.
Actually, no. With but few exceptions, the Imperial Army is not permitted within Bhujerba. Well, shall we proceed?
You certainly know a lot for some random kid.